we are going to start the org structure. And also SD, because we are using both. Okay, so organization structure. So what I'll do now here is, so you tell me what is the structure should be. What are the elements?
The company code. Purchasing organization. Plans, storage locations.
Purchase group also is one of the org elements only, but will not create anything. And here one more thing is ECC warehouse, which we are not going to create it, but let's create that. This is not a part of your structure, but still, okay. ECC warehouse and storage locations, plans, purchase organizations. So this is one. EFG. Now what I will do is sales organization.
Billing related.
EFG. Yeah. Distribution channel. You go for Uta.
So is that from the SD side is like shipping of material, billing related, sales support and stuff?
Yeah, those things also we need to create. Both we are working as an inbound and outbound process, right? Anyway, we are going to create all this structure at this extreme beginning.
Okay.
Okay, division and shipping points. This is important. Shipping points, and there are some here and there assignments are there, and assignments. We'll see that what are all the assignments in the sales side, and in the here also some assignments are there. So what we'll do is we are going to create this structure with these elements, and we are going to create the SD structure with these elements, and we are going to test one inbound and outbound without integration with EWM. That is standard in S4. I am doing it. So forget that as of now you don't have the EWM. So just want to test my arc structure with some basic inbound and outbound cycles. So what I will do is I'll create a purchase order. I'll create the Migo in ECC only. I'll not allow to distribute that in the EWM system. Okay. So once I test my inbound and outbound process, then I will start integrating with I start creating my EWM, integrate with the EWM system. Hope you understood this now, what I'm trying to do. cycle, SD cycle. Without integration of EWM. So this is a standalone activity which I am doing it. Now, once this functionality is good, then I will take that, I'll start integrating with EWM. Okay. So for this, what I require all these org elements. So let me create first. Hope you understood, right? Noor and Tim.
So this is the prerequisite, right? In order before we go to EWM, correct?
Correct. Prerequisites, you can say.
So Narendra, are you saving those notepads?
Yeah, I sent it, right?
You're gonna
yesterday
those notepads. Okay. Yeah, it's part of the recording, right?
Yeah, it's a part of recording only.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. That's enough. Thank you.
Once you open the recording, it will be there here. But yesterday also I forwarded that notepad directly. So okay. So now what I will do is, so please let me know, because this is the basic prerequisites. Okay. For any of your EWM implementation, this is a must. Structure is must, but you will not going to do that structure, but team will do that structure, but it should be on place. So as such, we are now only one, we are the only one. So entire things we need to do it. So where do you do it? Enterprise structure, logistics central, copy, define, delete, plant. Okay. Define, copy, delete, plant. So what I will do is I'll copy. Actually, you need to copy from 1000. Okay, 1000 or 001. So here, what is happening is, it is an IDE system. This system, lot of people have spoiled entire these things. Okay, there won't be any 1000 plant or 001 plant. Okay, so what you can do is you can copy the. I have one standard plant called as Z1P1. Okay, you can copy with this one from plant Z1P1. So what nomenclature we'll give it? It's a 4-digit number. So for us, what we'll give is what we'll give plant
Z1P2.
Z2P2. No. It is already there. I guess someone has created previous batches. Let me see. N1P1 is already there. So what I will do is, let me just save this. Plant, right? So H1, let me see, H1P1 is there. So H100 is there, H1P1 is not there. So what I'll do is, I'll easy to remember, sir. That is why I'm trying to do it. Okay. So my plant is H1P1. You can create, sir, whatever the format you like it, you can do it. Do you want to transport the number ranges? What transport? I don't want any transport number ranges. For plant, what it is asking, number ranges, it will be there. I don't think so, but I don't know why it is asking. Let us keep like it. So the first creation of your structure starts from your plant. Okay. Okay. Now, so define plant. So H1, P1. So here, what I'll do is, instead of my name, what I'll do is a Noor N F I'll keep it, and Irfan, and the other guy is Bala, and this one I'll keep it, sir. Okay. So for name, this is important. Otherwise, you are confusing it. Okay. So this one you can keep it here like this. So if you want, you can still go and put the address, calendar, everything. But I'm not bothered about all those things here. Okay. So I will just only define as my plant H1 P1. This is a sales division. Okay. Sales division. H1. Overwrite it. No problem. This is the sales division. Here, sales division is H1. Okay, no problem. Okay, now division I have created it. Now sales side I will go and create it. So say define sales organization. Copy delete sales organization. Okay. So what I will do is I have one Z1 S1 is there, S1 I guess S1, and what I will do is H1 S1. So S1. So what I am doing is I'm starting all with my H1. So that makes me to understand it. Okay, easily I can H1 S1. Just keep it like that. Distribution channel. Which distribution channel we are going to do it?
00.
Direct sales, otherwise direct sales. So this is also H1. Okay. So that is why I'm putting all this nomenclature that are S. So these are all the basics only, sir. No need to more time here. So just copy it and create it. Distribution channel also, what I have done is H2. Sorry, H1. Okay, fine. No problem. We are not going to deep dive in all these things, okay? Maintain sales office. Sales office is also okay. Let us create it. H1 SO. Was H1 S1. So please do remember all these nomenclatures, okay? Sales office. H1 S1 sales org. And what is the country is, I think I can keep it India. Okay. That's what I'm telling. Whatever information is required, I'm putting it. So I'm not bothered about all these, exact configuration. Maintain sales groups. That's what my intention is. My intention is to work in EWM. Okay. So my intention is only I need to create a outbound deliveries and inbound deliveries with this structure. Then my intention is only how I process those products in my EWM system is my intention. Now maintain storage location. So here comes our part. So H1 P1, right? Okay, what I'll do, I'll create one more time here. Okay, so this will be your fresh okay storage location. So I create a new entries here. So what I'm doing is I'm creating 3 storage locations. One is general storage location. S-lock and why ROD. So yesterday we discussed much on this. I already have shown why these storage locations are required. Tell me why. So I'm creating 3 storage locations. One is this one is IM managed storage location. This one I will not connect to my EWM system at all. Only these 2 systems, these 2 warehouses, these 2 storage locations I will connect. So it is an independent in your MM.
So is this related to that availability group contest that you said?
Yes. These two are related to the availability groups. This is not. This is independent of your MM system. See, if you want to produce a consumables, procure consumables, if you don't want them to keep in the warehouses, so some products you don't want to keep into the warehouses, right? Suppose if you are getting some direct procurement where you are directly issuing to the production, at that time what you don't want to keep them to the warehouses. IM storage location.
So basically everything in EWM gonna be either mapped to this YROD or AFS, right? Why?
Correct.
That inbound versus outbound.
Correct. You understood this, why I'm creating this. This is basically an independent, I will test it in MM cycle, right? In this storage location, I will test it. And some procurement, some parts, I'll not move into my warehouses. Some parts, I'll directly move into the storage locations. This is what I am creating an extra storage location here for that activity. Are you clear on this? Bala Gandhi?
Yes, Narendra. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Narendra, got it.
Narendra, the availability group is both for inbound and outbound, right? That's the
Correct. I'll map that. So forget about the availability group as of now. So probably I will map that and I'll show you that. I will only map to these 2 storage locations only. I'll not map to this.
General.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is important, guys. Okay. Now, purchase organization. So what purchase organization I will do is H1 PO. Just nomenclature, sir. Purchase org for H1 P1. So just save it. So this is your nomenclature. Where is my purchase organization? Purchase organization is H1 PO, and the storage location is general YROD. As ZROD also you can keep, sir. Purchasing groups, I will not creating any purchasing groups now. Okay. Now logistics execution. So define warehouse. See, this is also required. Okay, ECC warehouse also required, but I'm not copying with my existing any of your standard warehouses. Is okay. What I'll do is just I'll define it. That's it. Why? I'll come to that. This is nothing but ECC intermediate warehouse. H1W. Okay. Right. Define shipping points. Okay. So copy from Z1 SP and H1 SP. Okay. H1 SP. So this master data, you create it and you can keep it in the for your ready reference. So this is your one-time activity only. So this is your creation side, definition sides. And now what I'll do is I'll make the assignments here. So I'm not going to create any new company code, sir. Here company code is a lot of issues will be coming if you go for a new company code. The company code you can use it as 2900 only. Okay. Don't create. If you are well versed with your settings of your finance, you can go it, but better to use it 2900. Now assignments, logistics general, assign plan to the company code. What is your plant? H1P1. So already we have been copying, right? So probably this 2900 is been copied here. Don't that's what I'm saying. It's up to you. If you are familiar with these things, you can do it. But lot of issues will be coming in S4 HANA FICO side when you do that. Okay. Logistics general assignment plan to the company code, and then I go to the sales organization to the company code. So Y1, sorry, H1 S1. So here also 2900. Okay, no need to do anything here. When we copy it with existing one, all the setup has come. So distribution channel to the sales org. If you copy with 1000, it will not come all these things. So H1 S1 and H1. It's not there here. Okay, just create an entry here. So H1 S1 and H1. Okay. Divisions. So H1 S1 and H1. Set up sales area. So I'm creating the entire org structures in ECC S4 side at one time, inbound side perspective and outbound perspective. So that when we go for outbound, again I need not want to do this activity there. So just what the beginning of this will create it. So it will take some few seconds here to open that screen.
Narendra?
Yeah, no, yeah. It will take some time here.
Yeah, you mentioned the issue with company code, right? When we make reference of existing company code. That is with the S4 system, or we need FI, means subject matter expert to.
Yeah, that's what the subject matter expert is required for setting up this. We are not good enough to
Okay, FI consultant is requirements, maybe chart of accounts. Okay.
Yeah, chart of accounts. A lot of GL accounts. It will ask you material ledger activation is there here. So a lot of things are there. So that's what.
Okay. As of now,
So
2900 is up and ready for use, right?
correct. You can readily see. That is what I'm asking. We are not focusing on those activities at all. We are focusing on our warehouse activities. Okay. So don't worry on all those setup. So 2900 straight away you can use it.
Yeah, we have to give right company code, right? Otherwise, no. When we do
That's
other
what.
process, it will throw error.
Correct.
2900 is fine, right?
2900 is ready-madely. You can use it.
Okay.
That's what I'm testing here in that. I will test it here. Okay. Just let me put these assignments here. So H1S1, H1, H1, H1S. Sales office. Save it. These are all not mandatory, but let us assign it in the here itself. 1SO, H1S. And I request you to do it today itself, sir. Okay, please bring your questions tomorrow. So day-to-day activities to be ensured that you need to complete these activities. Okay, otherwise in the next levels it will be difficult to get the things. Whatever assignment is there, whatever the training sessions happening, please do the same day itself. Take some time and please do it. Otherwise, it will be pending like that only.
So you created two sales area, right, Lindra? I wasn't focusing.
Only one sales area only. One sales area.
And what when you did what sales office, one sales office group?
Sales office is one. I've assigned that sales office to the sales area.
Okay.
So this is what I'm doing it, sales organization and distribution channel and plan. So H1S1, H1, H1, P1. Now, materials. Assign purchase organization to the plant. Not a company code is okay, but still a plant. H1, PO, H1, P1. It's not there. So H1, PO, H1, P1. Okay. So these are the assignments. Logistics execution, assignment warehouse. Here, see, what I'll do here is plant is H1P1, storage location is YROD, warehouse number is H1W, H1P1, YAFS. Even though we are not working with your ECC warehouse or S4 HANA warehouse, we still connect this with it, because this warehouse I will connect to my EWM warehouse in the next sessions. Okay, so this, whenever a delivery is created in this particular warehouse related to this storage location, I'll connect this intermediate warehouse with your EWM warehouse. I'll connect that.
And this is required also for HANA?
Yeah. Both decentralized and HANA also required.
The other storage location, you're just gonna keep it at the IM level. You're not mapping it to here.
Correct. That's what I told here in the beginning. Okay, these two storage locations, I will act as an EWM manager. This one is at IM level.
Okay.
Assign shipping point. Let us go and see the shipping point assignments. So here there will be some issues. We need to resolve that. Enterprise structure issues will be coming when we go for that. So let us do that. So what my aim for today's session is, we'll complete one inbound cycle and outbound without EWM. So that makes you comfortable to work on S4. So you can still work in the S4 also. Okay, if you have anything, you can go and create materials, you can go and create purchase orders, you can go and create inbound deliveries without integrating with EWM. Some here, when the lot of sales data is there, so it is taking some time in the sales configuration side. It will take some time here. Let us keep it. Now I'll open the other session here. So logistics execution is done. Shipping point and warehouses. And then what I need to do here is, I think it got opened. So here, if you see here, H1SP is already there here. Okay, I have not changed this one, but let us H1SP only. Okay, no problem. It's already there. Now logistics execution portion is definition and assignment is completed, sir. Okay, so I am not creating any purchase order document type, anything, material types, anything. I'm not going to create all those stuff. So now what I need to do to execute the inbound process, tell me. Materials are required, and the other one?
Quantity, stock.
No,
PRPO, sorry, PRPO.
Correct. For PO, what I need to do?
Vendor, sorry, vendor is required.
Oh, correct, exactly. So is it vendor concept is there in the S4?
BP,
Business partners. Correct.
business partners. Yeah.
So XK01 I am putting it. So where it will go?
BP.
It is directing to
BP. Yeah.
So you can go for the organization or some organization, because vendor is nothing but organization, right? So here, what I will do is, I think BP is already predefined. Someone has the see. This is your create role in the business partner role. What I am doing, I am creating the here. Creating the vendor is of 3 steps. Right? So first of all, gender information you are going to feed into the system, that vendor information, then company code information, and then purchasing information. Correct? The normal XK01, what you do?
Same thing,
right? That is what I am doing it here. So what I am doing is, first of all, I'm just creating the business partner, and I'm selecting the role as general here, and grouping is nothing but account groupings. Okay, here. And here BP02 you take it. Okay, internal number range for your standard use. Okay, this one you can take it. Now what I will do is supplier or H1 P1 supplier 1. Okay, you can select this, whatever. This is my nomenclature to understand it. And address also you can keep it whatever you feel it. Postal code is 5,00,012. City is some Bangalore or Hyderabad. Country is IN. Region is Bangalore, right? Karnataka. And language is EN. Okay. Now, so these are the basic information, sir. So if you want to keep any basic information, address view, everything. So those material master creations or FI guys, whenever they create the vendor, they will use all these fields here. It's still a lot of fields are payment transaction controls, identifications. Okay. Now save it. The number specified is in the critical area of the number range SR. The number specified, I have not specified any number range, correct? Let us see. Okay, business partner, this is your business partner gets created with your minimal information. Only the general information I'm using it. Okay, this is your business partner. Now what you need to do is, once you create this business partner, you go to the change mode and you change the business partner roles as FLV. So you need, what I said I need to put some accounting information. So for that, the standard business partner role is FLVN00, supplier finance accounting. So this one you go and you feed all the informations, whatever still you want, you can feed the informations. And company code is there here. I'm going to the company code. What is my company code is 2900.
2900. Yeah.
2900. Again, it is asking me to put the external here. Okay.
So Lenandra, are you changing the BP role or you're adding additional roles?
No, what I done is I'm not changing. I'm just extending my business partner to my
Okay.
company code.
Okay.
This is a standard business partner role, FLVN00, which I'm extending this to this here.
So when we're gonna open, after you save everything, when you're gonna open this business partner, we're gonna have both roles, the one that you initially created and the one that you extended to, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Let us do that. So it is asking the external. See, a lot of peoples are working, sir. So there is some, today it will work, and tomorrow 1 hour it will not work. So it is asking the external role here. So for that case, what I need to do is, it is a vendor is external. Okay. Now in general, I go in general data. Here external vendor number is H1S1 SUPP. Okay. This is your vendor. And the company code, reconciliation account. Okay. So this also something you can give it, sir. Okay. So down payment. Now what I'll do is I'll create this. This is a vendor H1 V1. Fine. So now you have created it. Again, company code information, I have done it. Again, I'm going to the change mode here and supplier standard VN01. Okay. VN01, and here purchasing data. What is your purchase organization? H1
H1 P0
PO.
PO.
It's not P0. INR,
PO.
currency INR. So whatever, sir, here you can see all those GR based invoice verification. Okay, these things you can walk through that. Okay, so whatever information we use in your XK01, right? Purchasing level. So all these informations you can fill that here, and I'm saving it. Okay, now H1PO, I've extended it. So now what I'll do is, in the same ground, I'll extend that my customer also. Okay. Now see, for customer, probably you can use it as 29 planned customer, 29C, 290C. Okay. H1, P1, customer 1. So for customer also, what you are going to do? You are going to tell me?
Extend
three set of organization, company code and purchase org.
Correct. Sales org.
General, yeah. Sales org. Okay. Yeah. Customer. Okay.
Company code, sales org.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
So business partner general information, I am putting it. I am saving it here. Okay, 29102 BP. Okay. And now go to the change mode and FLCU. This time FLCU00. I'm not going to create any of the storage business partner roles. Okay. Okay. Now this is a standard role SAP has given, so we'll use this one only. Company code. See, it's an internal. So company code is 2900. Okay. So reconciliation account is something domestic. Whatever information, I'm not getting much information, I'm saving it. Okay, this is your customer 29036. Okay, this one. Now, what I will do is, after doing this financial accounting, I'll extend to my sales org, sales and distribution. What is my sales org? H1, S1, H1, H1. Okay. And pricing group, anything we need to put some for determination of pricing, right? Okay, this one, customer pricing procedure and shipping conditions standard. Okay, whatever information, small information, I'm passing it here, I'm saving it here, minimal information. Okay, right. Now my customer is ready and my vendor is ready. What I'll do is I'll create one simple material, okay, test material. So H1 P1 test part. Here the industry will be mechanical, and always you take ROH, sir. There is some issue with other material types, you can select this one. Now what is my plan? H1 P1 YGN general and H1 S1, and I think it will ask you to the material ledger, I guess. Yeah, it will land it. What it is saying is material ledger must be set productive for valuation area H1 P1. So for this, what you need to do is, these are all the I know the basis initial FICO activity. For that, CKM start is one of the FI transaction. What I am doing is, the exchange rate is M here, standard exchange rate, background processing, test run, you remove it and just execute it. So why we do all these things? Okay, we are not worried. Okay, just to extend the currencies and to work the currencies and all those things, to activate the material ledger. And here create materials, right? So now it is allowing to do the creation of materials. So test part 1 for general. So here this all informations you can keep it, you can give it whatever informations you want to fed it, you can give it. Okay, so this is your sales or tax code, general information. The item group will be NOR, Lira. Okay, KP, and transportation group is 001 and loading group is 001. Still some settings are required from say SD side. Okay, I will do that. Okay, now purchasing organization. Here I'm not extending. One thing you need to understand, that in even if you go for EWM side, I will not use the warehouse management tabs here. Okay, that is minimum basics. Okay, warehouse management 2, warehouse management 1 tab I'm not going to use in the material master. H1 P1 test part. Now my vendor is ready and my material is ready. ME21N. Okay, my vendor is, who is my vendor? H1 P1 SUPP. You should not give the business partner. Okay, you should give the vendor here. Something you give, sir. Company code is 2900. Now material is H1 P1 test part, 1000 quantity, delivery date is today's delivery date, net price is 10 rupees, plant is Y1 P1, GEN, general storage locations. H1 P1, right? Okay. Now I can go with the confirmations inbound deliveries. Fine. We'll go with that way. Okay. save it. Hope you are following this process, everyone. So this is simple standard process only. I'm doing it now. PL31N. Very straightforward process, simple process only. Inbound creation VL31N. So I'll take it around 100 pieces. Okay. Now I'm saving it. The inbound delivery has only been saved here. Has been saved. So here you can edit it also, but okay, take the inbound delivery and do. You can I think you can post from there also, right? Goods receipt against inbound delivery. You can give the inbound delivery. Okay. Now where you are taking that, you are taking into the where 101 general unrestricted use. Post it. Right. My material document got posted, sir. That means what? My storage location, my enterprise structure, everything is working fine. See, 1000.
So I have a question here, Lanandra.
Yeah, go ahead.
For when you did the PO, the confirmation that you did for the inbound, what are the impact of that? What's the other option if you didn't do that?
No, if you don't do that, directly without inbound delivery, you can create the Migo.
Okay. So basically, I mean, that's the same thing that you do for the EWM. I'm just wondering if that's,
Correct. See, why I am taking that inbound delivery in confirmation is going forward, we are going to put that confirmation tab in the PO. One more thing I will do it. See, I'll create one more PO. So this makes you more clarifying. Okay, here the material is also I'm using the same. The quantity I'm using 500. Delivery date is today's delivery date. Okay, price is 10 and H1P1 and general. So this one I'm not taking now. So let it keep it as blank here. Okay. So save it. So purchase order got created. Now what you are going to do? I'm going to create Migo directly without inbound delivery. This goods receipt against purchase order I will take here. So 500 pieces, right? So
okay, basically
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the only difference that's gonna be the movement type gonna be different.
Movement type is
No,
same.
it should be the same.
Same. The movement type, if you see here, 101 only, right? In the last case also 101. See, the difference is I'm acknowledging. You see, vendor will send this active shipping notification, right? So this active shipping notification, I'm creating the inbound delivery there. So inbound delivery. See, if you have that system, you will follow this inbound delivery. Okay. Otherwise, for small parts, you're going directly create the inbound Migo. You will take that stock directly into the storage locations. Migo.
Okay.
Migo process.
Okay, got
But
it.
movement type will be same. Post it. Simple. This is got posted. Now stock will be, see, both cases I will open the material moments. You can still see that material moments. See, now what has happened? 101, 101, 653, 654. This is 500 pieces I have taken later. 100 pieces I have taken the inbound delivery.
So that's is that the reference number that you input in, or the system generate that the 653, 654?
This is our internal document for your material document number. This is material document number. This is we keep it as internal.
Oh, okay.
This one, display material document 654.
Okay.
Okay. So now, so my inbound is ready now. Okay. So Noor and Irfan, are you following? Pause.
Yes.
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 Okay. Gandhi and Bala.
Yeah, Narendra. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am.
This is only the basic process which I am showing it. So
Yes,
please
sir.
let me. Now what I will do is I have taken the stock in my IM storage location. Now what I need to do, I need to suppose a customer order is there. I need to issue that to the customers, right? So what I will do for that, what I require a sales order. A01. So order type is always OR. I think it will throw you the error message. Huh? Let us see. Some combinations I need to put it, I guess.
Narendra, sir. So are you not doing a transfer posting from general to AFS? Why
No,
AFS?
no, no. No,
Not
no,
now?
no, no. That is
Okay.
what I am trying to say is I am not touching the EWM.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yet.
Okay. So when EWM is there, then those two comes into the picture. Got
Those
it.
two come.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So this is a prerequisite which I am testing. So whenever you are creating the sales order, right? So these are the mandatory settings required. So just combine it. So these are some prerequisites, sales organization to order type and all those things. Generally, SD folks will do all the setup. Okay. So what we are doing is we are keeping everything ready for our next exercises. Okay. This is what I am doing it in terms of org structures. So you also do the same thing. Okay.
So for the practice, we do the same thing, right? In our side, just
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It will take some time, sir. Here. So probably after this completion, we'll end up the session, the sales side, and tomorrow we'll start integrating the EWM side. In that way, it will be good. So by that time, you need to come up all these things. So what happens, sir? Why it is taking so much time here?
Narendra, in the meantime, so all these things, what I've stated yesterday, the basic things, they should be in EWM 110, right? Or 100 with respect to the books.
001. The 1000 or 001 is a standard warehouses.
No, sorry, my bad.
Plan
I'm just referring to the SAP books for the EWMs for the certification
yeah,
part.
100.
100.
100, 110, 120.
120. Okay.
So three books are there.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, now it is got saved. Oh, my bad. It went to dump. So combined distribution channel. So here it will take some more amount of time, sir. Okay. Because lot of entries are there in the tables, so that is why it is taking to take some time to save it.
So Ranandra, are there like implementation where they are using HANA without EWM?
Without EWM, it's a MM side, right? What you are asking?
Yeah.
They are using S4 HANA implementations.
Okay.
S4 HANA 1909 without embedded.
Okay.
The implementations are going on. So you, by taking this system, you get two advantages. One is you can practice this, the MM portions, logistics side, everything, and also along with
Correct.
that MWM.
Correct.
Either way you can practice. This is only the structure which they do in the real time also. Whatever the structure I have shown you today, the MM structure and SD structure, just a little bit of in depth will be there. Apart from that, nothing new. They do it when we go for implementations.
So is this normal, like saving something like this in HANA DB? It doesn't take that much time. I
Yeah,
know too much data,
yeah.
but
It by huh?
I know you're saying the tables are big, right? So that's why it's taking
Yeah.
so long.
The HANA database only, but this is a demo systems, right? IDES
Oh,
systems.
okay. So it's not a, yeah, okay, got it.
Mm. There are only one-time activities, sir. It will take some time. That's it. One assignment is more required after this. Otherwise, we cannot able to create the sales orders. But it is taking some time more. It should be the next assignment. It is taking some time, but here it is only one entry is there. It is taking some time.
Narendra,
Mm.
when we activate EWM for the first time,
Mm.
what are all the business sets we need to take care, and what is the order of activating it? Because if we don't go in order, right, we need to activate business sets, right?
Yeah. I'll give you that business sets. I'll give
Okay,
you that.
okay.
Already in the system here, it is already activated. I'll give
Okay.
you a list.
Yeah, we can see that.
Lot of business sets are there. Okay, there are
Yeah.
around 300 business sets are there, 3 to 400. I'll
We
share you that.
okay, we need to go with step by one, or is there any other way? Means we can put all
Business
together.
sets. Business sets. I think one by one only, right?
I'm not sure. That's why I'm
By one
asking
only.
you.
One by one only.
One by one, and we need to follow specific order, right? Because that updates database table in the backend. If
Mm.
we miss any order, error will occur.
Correct.
Okay,
I'll give you
just
that.
share me the details. Okay, okay.
Okay, just give me some time. I can find it out and I'll give you that. Or my bad, no entries are there here. It's taking some time, and every time we are wasting 5 minutes of time here.
But isn't it something before that you need to do in that message? I think you have 3 lines, right?
No, that is
You have already.
that will be saved in that one, but it is going for exam. Last one is important, permitted document type. So before that, I'm just setting up this reference distribution channels.
Okay.
The order type. Okay, whenever you select the order type, the division and the distribution will pop up. Just save it. Compared to the previous ones, it is taking some more amount of time here. But no other option, sir. We need to follow this one only. So have some patience at one time. I don't know whether these are saving it or not. The last one, assign permitted order types to the sales area. It's opening also, it is taking some time. No entries are there. Here, or this one got saved quickly. I don't know whether it is going saving it or not. Okay. Now ship sold to party. What is our sold to party, sir? Customer 29036. Customer reference. And one more thing, I think it will ask you to enter that customer pricing procedure, right? No pricing procedure could be determined. What I need to do here? Pricing procedure. Set pricing procedure, assign pricing procedure to order types, set pricing procedure determination, I guess. Okay, here for my sales organization and for my distribution channel, okay, Z1, S1, I think it should be there here. What I will do is Z1, I'll copy here to my H1, S1, H1, H1, standard only, sir. This customer pricing procedure only, I'm assigning it here. Okay, just save it. Once again, go back to the screen. And what is your material, sir? H1P1 test part, right? This is your material, and I will take 10 pieces. Plant is H1P1. Storage location is general. Okay, right, sir. So now I can go for incompletion log. If everything is okay, so everything is okay. Now I'm just saving this. So you can take it as 500 sales order only, na? Save it. Okay, sales order is getting created here. Now what I need to do?
Delivery.
Correct. How to create the delivery?
VL01.
Or you can directly
KN0.
from
Do it from there.
Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll take it 100 pieces here. Okay, and then I think whatever this picked quantity is 100. You pick it now, save it. Delivery got created here. Now what I need to do?
Good issue.
PGI.
Hmm?
Good
PGI.
issue.
Yeah, good. Sir.
Delivery.
Migo.
When you go for, yeah, this is your course issue. Done. Okay. Now, MMBE, what will be the movement type?
601.
Correct. See, previous it was 600, right? Now the stock is reduced to 500. That means material movements, go to the material movements. 601 material document will be generated and 100 will be deducted from the stock. Are you clear on this process? This is very, very basic processes only. Okay. So this is the one which I have created. I'll share you this PPT and along with this org structure. So any questions in this? So this is basic inbound cycle and PGI process.
So
What I have,
I'm sorry. I was just gonna tell you what you're gonna do next, Anandra.
tell me.
Yeah, I'm just asking what next.
Yeah. What next? So now the setup is ready now. My org structure, org elements are ready, and I tested it. The documents are working fine. Under the accounting document generated and stock is updating in my M locations in my ECC. Everything looks fine. Now what I will do is I'll take the setup and I will start integrating with my EWM system.
You are not gonna try to do WM without EWM?
No, EWM is not required at all.
Correct. Okay.
Okay. In the tomorrow session, I'll show you the integration side, what is required. So I'll combine this even H1W I have created, right? So what are all the steps that are required? I'll show you that tomorrow.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So any questions, anyone?
No, Narendra. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. So Noor, from your end?
I'm good, Narendra. Thank you.
Okay. So, okay. Then we'll end up the session and tomorrow we'll meet at the same time, 7:45. And this week, as I said that this week, tomorrow and after tomorrow, we'll continue it 2-3 days. And once we pitch in into the system, we'll have alternate.
Okay. Narendra, share me that BCC.
Yeah, probably. Once.
Sure,
I'll find it
thanks.
out. It will take some time. Okay, I'll get you that.
Thank you.
I'll need.
Bye.
Okay, bye then. See you tomorrow.